Hello guys, it's Will back with another video for NFL Week 16 of PrizePicks. Got a bunch of Saturday games for this week because of the holiday for Christmas, so happy holidays if you are watching, and I'm gonna get right into this video. Gonna be giving 5 plays for this week. Gonna start off with J.K. Dobbins. His rushing yard prop is at 56.5. We're taking the over on this one against the Atlanta Falcons. This line currently on Sportsbooks, it's at 59.5, so we do get a little bit of value, but that's not the only reason why we're taking the over here. The Ravens, they are favored by 6.5. They're playing at home, so that's always going to be something that we always look for in a running back prop for the overs. And the Ravens, they're playing without Lamar Jackson again, of course, their star quarterback. So another week of Tyler Huntley and Dobbins, he's been doing that or playing with the back. As I talk about it, it gets bumped. That's pretty funny, I guess. But 60.5, I mean, obviously, then that's above the sportsbook value or sportsbook line, 59.5. So just because I don't really like the play bumps, I probably would not call this my favorite play anymore. But what I was going to say for the reasoning, it's that he averaged 6 yards per carry when he was last healthy in 2020 in the full season there. He played 15 games in that season, and currently he's averaging 5.8 per carry, which is pretty much right there. And he's been producing the last 2 weeks with Huntley at QB, so it's another week with him. And this is certainly a matchup where you can take advantage. The Falcons, they're really poor in defending running backs in terms of the rushing yards allowed. They last week he played against the Browns, and the Falcons and the Browns, they're ranked right next to each other in terms of rushing yards allowed. So it's another good matchup. Now the value's gone. I know it's only 4 yards, but I mean, why would you play it when you can just play it on a sportsbook if it's legal, obviously, in your state? So, this is probably, I don't know, definitely not going to be my favorite play, not going to be a thumbnail anymore. But this was going to be one play that I was just going to give out as my favorite. So, the next one, though, hopefully these don't get bumped as I talk about them. Cordero Patterson under 9.5. For this play, it's on the other side of the game, actually. And for Patterson, it's all the reasons that I talked about for Dobbins. The Falcons, they're going to be playing as 6.5 road dogs. So something that you don't want to see if you want to take an over for a running back. And that's why we're going to take the under for Patterson. He's also in a timeshare with Tyler Algier. They're both pretty much playing 50-50 of the snaps at running back. So that's certainly a concern. And Patterson, he does not get much passing game work at all. His biggest line for receiving yards is only set at 7.5. Yeah, right here. Also, PrizePicks has it 7.5. And in this game, across the league, actually, this week, it's a lot of poor weather. So I'm expecting a lot of low scores. That's why we do have a lot of low totals. And this is one that does have some poor conditions. It's going to be 10 to 20 mile an hour winds. So yes, that's probably going to mean less passing, more running, but this is a timeshare and it also makes it more predictable. That's why it's a lower total, just for defenses to be able to stop the run. So Patterson, he is also a plus 220 in terms of scoring a touchdown. So not good odds at all for a running back. And that's also because of the low total, the bad weather. So the Ravens, they allow the fourth least rushing yards. So if he's not getting a touchdown, he somehow, obviously receiving yards, he's probably getting one catch, maybe two, but he's pretty much predicted to only get one. So Patterson under 9.5 looks pretty good. Might take over as my favorite play then for this video. And then the next one, it's another poor weather game, and it is going to be Jared Goff. So that's going to be the Lions and the Panthers for this week. So both of these props for Goff are good for the unders. I'm going to take the passing touchdowns, but I think he can hit both of them, honestly. So it's kind of just pick what you would like. I'm taking this one because I think if he gets 2 touchdowns, this one's not hitting either. And if he only gets 1, there's a chance that this could hit due to no interceptions, a lot of passing yards. He maybe actually gets a long run or something. So going to go with the passing touchdowns for the under against the Panthers. There's a really weird stat about Jared Goff. It's that he's poor in cold weather games, and for cold weather, that's defined as below freezing. So this game, it is going to be below freezing. It's 20 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's going to be 10 mile per hour winds. He has significant home road splits. They're on the road and he just plays a lot worse when they're on the road for some reason. And it's pretty much just Amon-Ra St. Brown that he's going to be throwing to. So, it's not really a good spot in terms of the weather, and then certainly because of Goff, how he struggled in the past in his career in cold weather. So that's something. And the Panthers, they're kind of a little bit above average in preventing passing touchdowns. So that's also another important thing for the Goff under. And this currently on books is a minus 135 on DraftKings and minus 140 on Pinnacle. The next play is going to be Devonta Smith, and this is going to be another under. I know it's a lot of unders here. Also, we're getting the fantasy score unders as well, just because the board, it's not fully up yet, and because of the promotion 33x this week, I do want to get these plays out early. So Devonta under 13.5 against the Cowboys. The Eagles lost Jalen Hurts, at least for this week, so they're going to be starting Gardner Minshew. I would say Minshew, in terms of a backup quarterback, is pretty solid actually, but still, there's a reason why he is a backup. And this Cowboys pass rush, it's been great all season long. I would say that that's obviously gonna be a bit tougher, even if it was for Hurts. But now with a backup quarterback, I don't really like the spot for the Eagles offense, honestly. And there's a reason why the Eagles are going to be. Let me pull up the stats or pull up the game lines. So couldn't remember off the top of my head. It is 4.5 actually. I think it was at 6 when it opened. But still, again, Philly is going to be the road dog, and when you're the underdog, obviously that means it's going to be more passing attempts. But the reason why this is still going to be under for me is I feel like this is just too high of a line. Like, remember Devonta just a few weeks ago? He's always been like 11.5 or something. And now he's playing with a backup quarterback against a team that has a very good pass rush. And Dallas Goedert is returning. Dallas Goedert, when he was out, they basically said, hey, let's just use our receivers more. That included, of course, Kes Watkins as well. But Devonta Smith, he was a big beneficiary of that. And now Goddard is returning. Minshew also has a weaker arm than Jalen Hurts. So that's going to probably mean they're not going to be able to challenge downfield as much. And that's going to hurt Smith and also A.J. Brown. It's going to be more throws probably towards the middle. So that would be Dallas Goedert. And that's why I think Smith, the line is too high. It's not accounting for Hurts, Goddard, both of their presence and absences. So Devonta, 51.5, 52.5 on PrizePicks, but the Vegas line, plus 200 for a touchdown. So if you give him 4, we can maybe give him 5. That's still going to be 3 points off. So like this one for the under. And then the last play, this one, it was also bumped. But I will still put it as the 5th play. Originally, I had it definitely ranked higher, but Kenneth Walker under 12, it was at 13, so yeah, a full point. But the reasoning behind this play, Seattle, they do not have Tyler Lockett, so that's going to be a huge loss for them for the season. And this game, the Seahawks, they are big-time road dogs, plus 10 against the Chiefs. And yes, the Seahawks want to run, but are you really going to be able to when you're 10-point road dogs? Now, obviously, we know what happened last week. Chiefs against the Texans, they were like 14-point favorites, and they still were throwing a ton. But, this time, Chiefs at home, and Mahomes, Kelsey, they're getting back a lot of their receivers, Mecole Hardman, Kadarius Toney. So I just feel like this Chiefs offense just has too much firepower. Seahawks, they're going to run, at least in the first half, but I just feel like, in the second half, they're going to have to be doing a lot of throwing. And Kenneth Walker, he's got a 13.5 receiving yard prop, not on PrizePicks, but Vegas line, that is what it's at. So he's not involved in passing game. There have been 2 games where he's actually got like 4+ catches, I believe. But again, you're not really expecting that. Also, Vegas is saying, yeah, that's just outliers. And for the Seahawks, their other options, one of them is Travis Homer. He's been a pass game option, like a third down back for the Seahawks team for quite a long time now. So that can definitely be someone that just steals the passing game work from Walker. And just the routes are inconsistent for Walker. So if he's not going to be able to run the ball with the attempts because you're going to be down a lot, it just favors a run game script. So that favors a pass game script for the Seahawks. So those are going to be the 5 plays. Unfortunately, Dobbins bumps, so I would say that he's not going to be a favorite. I'll put Patterson, Goff, Smith, Walker. Dobbins, I probably would throw him between Smith and Walker just because I don't like to take bumps. But that prop can certainly keep moving up if the Vegas line does and this becomes a value again. Then yeah, but I'll be updating that in the members Discord for DFS Army. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like before you go. Gotta be releasing these videos again for the rest of the season. So thank you guys for watching. Good luck on this slate. Happy holidays, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.